Hey lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. It's the thumbnail show. We are going to be doing some spring DIY, so I hope you stick around and find something you enjoy. But I'm going to stop running my mouth and we're going to jump into the first project. All right, lovies, so we're going to jump into this first project using this three-part, it's not three pieces, it's just 3 carats. It's a hanging sign that I had got from Dollar Tree either last year or year before. And I really like the sign as is, but I wanted to add some color to it. Like, I like the whole black and white. The patterns is a little iffy, like that chevron. I don't know if that's really a chevron pattern or not. I wasn't digging that part, but anyway, I wanted to add some color. Now I wanted to keep the lettering on this, so what you're gonna see me do is I'm taking off the ribbon that was on there, and I'm gonna sand the 2 carats on the side to get rid of that black and white. And so I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna keep the middle one white with the whole welcome on it. I really like that part, but I wanted orange carats. So I go in with this, I don't know if it's true orange or I forget what kind of orange paint it is. It's by FolkArt, but you can, if you have the sign or something similar, or if you want to recreate this in any way, you can really use any orange paint you want. Because I also have the pumpkin paint, which you are going to see me use in just a few seconds here. So right here, once I got it painted, I was like, okay, I'm digging the orange. This is the orange vibe I was going for. But then I was like, the white was throwing it off. So here is where I go in with the pumpkin color paint by Waverly, just to give it some contrast there. So then the leafy part, which I really like the color of that green as well. I like the offsetting of the 2 colors. They just had got kind of damaged because it was in my stash, like it was tucked away, so it got scratched up and everything. And at first I was going to leave it because you're not going to really see it, but I was like, hey, I got this clover paint and this antique green paint, let's just go in with it. And it was actually a really good match to the original color. It just probably made it pop just a little bit more, but again, I am going to cover it up a little bit. But once it gets all dry here, I go in with some stickers. And I was going to say, welcome to our patch. And I was like, I don't like that. I don't know. So what I decided to do is take some of these little wood pieces I had that came from, it was a mixture of stuff. I had it in my stash. I know some came from Hobby Lobby and different places like that, so I honestly can't say where everything came from, but if you have some little knick-knacky stuff like that, you can do whatever floats your boat. So right here, I'm taking some of this boxwood greenery, and I only had this one bundle. I have more boxwood greenery, but this was the only one with this coloring to it. And so I didn't want to cover the whole top part. I just wanted to give that illusion, give it that 3D effect. More realistic, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, here I'm going in with a Kathy Jobo that I had in my stash. And I'm just going to place that right in the center there, just like that. And I'm just going to use just a little bit of hot glue here. I just didn't feel like it needed anything stronger. And once I get that in place, I am going to take one of these little carrots that I had in my stash. I got these off of Amazon. I want to say either, again, last year or year before. And it had some little plastic little thingies that I was trimming down off of it. And I'm just going to put that right in the center of the bow. And that's going to be pretty much it for this piece, guys. I don't think I did anything else. And I left those little pieces, they're the little knick-knacky pieces in their natural state. But if you were to recreate this, you could definitely add some color. So we're just going to go ahead and go into project number 2. All right, and I'm going to take this egg. This came from Dollar Tree as well. I'm not going to use the front of it. I'm actually going to use the back of it. Now, what we are creating today, lovies, okay, and I need you guys to open your minds, okay? Y'all know what that means. When I say open your mind, I need you to receive it, okay? I need you guys to just go with the flow of this project. Now, when I saw the egg, I saw an egg, right? But I wanted to make a bunny. So we're going to have a bunny egg or egg bunny, whichever you decide it is. I don't know, okay? But right here, I had these little glasses. These came from Dollar Tree. They were in my stash. That egg was in my stash as well. I don't know when I got it, but it was in the stash. Then I took some little like teardrop shaped wood cutouts. They came in a pack from Hobby Lobby. It had circles, these little teardrop shapes. I want to say it had squares in there. I could be making that part up, but it had different shapes in there. So anyway, those are going to be the feet for our egg bunny or bunny egg. And so I just removed the face or the front of those from the glasses because I wanted the ears, of course, because we're making a bunny egg bunny. We don't know. All right. And so what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to place it where I want the eyes to be. And so I was going to just at first go in and just start drawing the eyes, but then I'm like, I don't trust me, okay? So there's that part. So I was like, well, let's just take this and lay it on the surface, and then I'm going to just take some of this painter's tape, as you can see right here. It's going to take me a million years to get that situated. I don't know why. But then I'm just going to go in with a pencil and do a little bit of a tracing of where I want the eyes to be, and then I'll go from there. This is just to give me an idea, so just to make sure they're in the right space or position or whatever you want to say. So that's what I'm doing there. So then I go in with one of my paint markers here, and I am looking at a bunny face on my tablet, trying to get an idea of how to do the eyes, because you guys know, if you've been with me anytime, this is kind of my year-end goal, to learn how to draw eyes and things like that, because I suck at that. So I think I have gotten better. You know, I could definitely not do this on my own. I still need to look at something, but I'm not perfect by any means, okay? I just kept going, and I made them really thick actually, but in the end, they actually came out really nice up against the glasses. It was better that I made them thicker than them being thin. So right here, it's looking like a ghost egg. Okay, it's looking like an egg, right? Just an egg. And I probably should have just went with that, but I had this thought in my mind, and I just couldn't let it go. So we were going to make a bunny out of this some kind of way. So we're just doing a bunny egg. It's an egg that wanted to be a bunny, but had to accept the fact that she was an egg.
I don't know why this project made me think about this old cartoon. I can't remember what it was, but it was this animal who wanted to be a little bird and kept going up in the tree, flapping his arms, but he kept falling. The mama kept picking him up. And this just reminded me of that. If y'all remember what that cartoon was, let me know, please.
All right, so here we go. So I get the eyes going. Again, it's still looking kind of like a little ghost to me, a little ghost egg. A little Casper egg. All right, so then I'm just gonna go and add some color to the eyes. Now you can use any color you want. I was thinking more of along the lines of like Easter colors, you know, the more softer blues, greens, things like that. But you can choose any color you want. You could definitely do brown here if you want it. And so I'm just going in, just playing around with it. Again, not perfect by any means, guys. So give me a little grace, okay? I am just going with the flow here, trying to make it work, trying to bring our bunny egg to life, or our egg bunny. I think we might call it an egg bunny. Our egg bunny to life, okay? Oh my goodness. I love it here. I do. All right, there she goes. All right, so we're going to put our glasses on and make sure we got it positioned. And we did. Look at us go. Look at us creating eyes on this channel. Okay, so now we're going to give her a few eyelashes, just to make those little eyes pop a little bit. because they were looking a little bare behind the glasses. And since the glasses had such a wow factor to them, we had to give her some eyelashes, okay? All right, there we go. I think she's already looking cute. We're going to have to give her a name as well, because she's going to be hanging out with LB and Susie B. Y'all remember them, okay? The my little ladybug and my little bumblebee. We're going to go ahead and throw our little egg bunny up in there. So we have to think of a name for her too. Evie? Maybe her name could be Evie. Egg bunny? I don't know. EBB. I don't know. All right. So anyway, I'm going to take some of these furry Chanel stems I had in my stash, and we're just going to outline our little egg right here. And so here I was like, okay, so now she's giving a little bit of a chick vibe, okay, but we're going to be, I still feel like she's going to be an egg buddy. You guys can totally let me know what you think once we're done with this project, okay? So there she goes with her little fur. So now we're going to go ahead and add in the glasses. And what I'll do, we're going to just add in the glasses. And as you can see there, I'm just adding in some hot glue. I didn't put any glue on the ears, just around the rim of the glasses, because I wanted those ears to be a little flexible. So then I'm taking one of these heart picks I had in my stash from, I think they came from Dollar Tree, but they could have very well have came from Hobby Lobby, so don't quote me on that, okay? But I do know both places have them, and so that's going to be her little nose, and I think it's so cute. I really do like the way this came out. I think it's adorable. I just don't know if it's really a bunny, so that's what I'm saying. It's an egg bunny, okay? Because I don't know. I'm getting egg and bunny vibes here. So on the feet, I wanted to make this a little bit darker than the glasses. So I just went over them with that paint marker, and I'm going to do the same for the nose because I don't know. I didn't want it to be too matchy because I'm going to give her some little rosy cheeks. And I wanted that to be lighter than her nose. I know. Again, this is all happening in the brain, okay? And I'm just trying to bring it to life. So just bear with me, lovies, and just take the ride. Let's go, okay? So then I have half of a macrame ring that I had left over in my stash from one of my terracotta teacups. And I decided to do that instead of trying to draw her a mouth. And so she looked really cute and innocent right here. But again, not getting the bunny vibes yet. So I was like, okay, let's give her some little whiskers. All right? And I'm like, okay, she's looking like a little kitty now. I mean, it was a whole lot coming out of this little egg project here. But I'm still holding on to Egg Bunny, okay? And I think she's adorable. I just need a name for her. I don't know what her name is going to be. She's so cute. Oh. I think she's so adorable. So this is where we're going in with some of those lighter pink rosy cheeks. And so I probably could have went a little bit larger with the little rosy cheeks, but I was like, this is cool right here. So then I have one of these little Easter baskets in my stash. I don't know where I got those from. They may have come from Hobby Lobby. I don't know. I didn't even know I had them. Let me just tell you, because when I went in there, I must have I knew I had them. I just forgot that I had them. Let's say it that way, because I had put them in a little satchel thingy, and I was like, okay, I don't even remember getting these. But anyway, you see, I'm just painting that in purple and yellow. Then I had some of these little eggs. I don't know where those came from either, and I just painted them in some Easter colors. We're gonna add those to the back of the basket because she needs a little basket bunny purse, right? Like, she needs that in her life, If it is an egg, it's the mama egg with the baby eggs. I don't know, y'all. This is just where we're going with this, but I do know But I think this came out adorable. I do know that. All right, so now we got that little pop of color going on right there to break up from the whole pink and white. And so here we're going to go ahead and add the feet right to the front there. Again, egg bunny. I don't know. I don't know. Y'all have to let me know. But we're just going to add some hot glue right there, right to the back of those. Don't need anything stronger. You know, this is just a piece for me. Unless somebody say, hey, I like that, can I have it? Then yes, you can. There you go. But we're just going to put a little hot glue on it, and she's pretty much done at this point, but not really. No, she's not. So I felt like she was still missing something. So I have found some color little bows. If you guys remember a couple of videos back, I had some black and white ones that I found at Dollar Tree. They also had these in colors, and I was like, oh, we have to give her a bow, of course, right? Now we're going to add her little basket in. Again, her bunny basket purse, because she's so cute. She needs that. All right. So I'm trying to figure out my life and figure out where I want to put the basket. I ultimately decided just to put it right behind her feet, but I also had a thought after the fact. I could have added some little arms for her to hold her little bunny purse, her bunny basket purse, her basket, whatever I called it, her little basket of eggs. Yes. Okay. But I'm like, all right, so next we're going to take this little pink daisy, and we're going to add that right in the front, because I still felt like she needed something. I don't know. Something. I don't know. I should have just stopped, but I kept going because what you guys know, if there's nobody here to stop me, I'll just keep going. And I kept going. But I think she's absolutely adorable. And we're going to jump into the next project. But first, we have our winners. The first one is Marsha Cave at 5286 and Colette Brown WHTGD. All right, ladies, I will have the information at the end of the video on how you need to contact me to claim your prize, all right, for being the winner. I am so excited, and I'll give more details about that, what you will actually be winning. Okay, so stick around to the end of the video, because I also like to share with you all the projects that we've done today in the final reveal as well. So as we jump into project number 3, as you see there, I have some butterflies, right? This is the season for butterfly bows and hearts. We already did the hearts. Now we're on to the butterflies and bows. All right, and I just painted, excuse me, I just painted that in that same pink color, but I did go in with a little bit of gold rub and buff. And that little base there, you see, I did paint that in some white paint as well. And now I'm taking one of these wood dowels that come in a 2-pack from Dollar Tree. And as you can see, I cut it down, I think about 3 inches. I took off 3 inches of it. And so right here, these little chunky butterflies, I had got from Michael's last season, after the season. They were like, I'm gonna say like 80% off or something like that. I think I only paid like $2, and it was like 5 in a pack or something like that. So then I decided, I touched them up with some gold rub and buff. You can see I did the same thing for the wood dowel. And then on the base, I decided to add some more of that gold leaf rub and buff on there as well. Now first, I was going to do that base in gold. But I don't know. I just feel like it was too much gold. And even though I know I told you guys, I am like craving pink and gold. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I don't know, but I love pink. That's my favorite color. But for whatever reason, I've just been wanting to put pink and gold together. Pink, gold, and white, really. And I don't know why. I don't know why. So hopefully you guys, just use your imagination. If you choose to recreate any of this stuff, go with whatever color floats your boat. Okay? Don't go sinking ship with me, because I'm on this pink and gold train. Okay? Do what works for you. So right here, I want to give full disclosure. I'm going to use an obscene amount of hot glue to hold this wood down in place. Now, that's because the lazy crafter in me came out where I know I should have taken a screw and just drilled that to through the bottom of there. But again, hence the lazy crafter. It comes out every now and again. And this was a moment where I was like, I'm ready to go to bed. So how can we get this to stick really fast without me having to come back tomorrow? Which I end up having to come back tomorrow anyway to finish. But so I just put in an obscene amount of hot glue. You're not going to even see it. It is really globby, but you're not going to see it. So what I'm doing here is taking some of this bunny grass. Now I have a whole bunch of this stuff in my stash that I got from the 99 cent and more store before they went out of business, okay? So I use this sparingly because I know I'll never get it again, okay? Unless I go somewhere where the 99 cent store is still open. And I think they closed pretty much all of them. But anyway, I'm taking these little pieces, and they have like a flat surface to them because they're like little sheets of grass. Like you can make a whole little section of faux grass out of them. So anyway, they have a little flat surface to them. I'm cutting that in half, and then I'm carving out some of that middle piece. And I know it's, but anyway, I'm cutting out a little curve in that little middle piece so it'll wrap around the wood dowel. I hope that makes a sense. I hope that makes a sense. I hope that I hope that makes sense. All right. So it has a little flat surface. Cut that in half, and then I create a little hole, a little circle in there, so it'll wrap around. And there you have it. Voila. I needed it to wrap around. You can't even see the glue gob there. We're all good. We're still in business. So once I get that done, then I had this cute little headband that came from the 99 cent store. I've had that thing forever and a day. I don't even know when I got it. I know I had a pink one and a blue one, and I don't know where the blue one is. I'm assuming I used it or it got lost in transit somewhere along the way. It could be still here, tucked away somewhere. I don't know. I might find it in 15 years. Who knows? So anyway, now this would also make a really cute wedding centerpiece, like, for table decoration. I really think if you could just do something, put your own spin on it. You could take some floral and take that little jute twine, the one they have it at Dollar Tree. It has the wired jute twine. It has a wire in the jute twine. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I had to put chocolate today. All right, so the wired jute twine, add some little flowers to it, some ribbons, and you can accomplish the same thing because all this other stuff came from Dollar Tree except for the little greenery at the bottom there, which you could really switch that out for any kind of greenery or put bows or put any other type of embellishments. I just really thought I got wedding vibes from this, especially if you're doing a spring wedding and you wanted to keep it simple. I think this would be super cute. Now I think I got those butterflies from Michael's, but you could get like a whole pack, I think, from Hobby Lobby, if I'm not mistaken. They either came from Hobby Lobby. I think that butterfly came from Michael's. It could have came, I don't know. But y'all could order a whole pack off of Amazon or Temu, just so you know. All right. And I think it would be a really cute little simple way to do a centerpiece if you're having a spring wedding. I'm just putting it out there, and you can zhuzh it up. You can add some like bling to it. Like, it's so many things you could do with this. I just wanted it because of the butterfly. To be perfectly honest with y'all, I just was like, how can I display these butterflies, because I have them and I love them and I need to use them. That's where it all came from. And then from there I was like, oh, this is giving me wedding vibes, spring wedding vibes. Or you could just put it out on a patio table. I'm going to put it in my office because my office has butterflies in it. That's where I'm going with this. And even though it's not the same color as the other butterflies, it will still be joining them. They're going to come together and be one. All right, so we're moving on to project number 2. Now, this is not really a whole new craft. This is just a revamp of a craft that we already did for fall. I don't know if you guys remember this, where I took the clothespins and the plunger, the handle from the plunger, and a tissue box. And I wanted to make a fall tree, and it kind of went more bush vibe. But I was like, I had that sitting in my little hallway there. I never changed it out for Christmas. I just didn't. Don't judge me. But I didn't change it out for Christmas. But as I was walking by the other day, I was like, you know what? We need to go ahead and switch this out for spring. And I had this flower pick in my stash as well. And I was like, you know what? It's a full bushel. I'm just going to take this and see if we can revamp this. And that's what I'm pretty much doing here. And as you saw, I took all the fall flowers and the, I was going to say sea moss, but that's not what it is. The Spanish moss, and just put that to the side, put it in a little Ziploc bag because we can bring that back for fall in 2 seconds, because you guys know we'll be crafting in fall in like 2 seconds. As soon as we blink our eyes tonight, it'll be fall crafting starting all over again. Y'all know it. I'm not lying. Y'all know I'm not lying. We already doing spring crafts and it's still winter. It's cold outside, y'all. But we doing spring crafts. Okay. I'm a shush. I'm a hush it. So anyway, I've had some little still some little spots that needed to be filled in. So I'm taking one of these Dollar Tree picks right here, and I'm just sticking those in, towards the bottom there. I'm also going to go in with some of my green, I think it's called Super Moss. You can get it at Hobby Lobby, a really big bag. I think I only paid like $7 or $8 for it. And I've been working off of it probably about a year and a half now. So I'm just, once I get that in there, then I have this cute little bunny butt. They come in a pack of, I think, 6. And I think I got them from Dollar Tree. I think last year or year before. And I just wanted to put a little bit of hot glue on there, stick it off to the side, just to give it more of a spring vibe. All right, now we're into project number 5, our final project of today, which is our terracotta teacup. And we are on number 75. All right, so if you are joining us for the first time here on this channel, we have been doing a series called the Terracotta Teacup series, where we take a terracotta pot, we add a handle to it with a theme, and we call it a terracotta teacup. Okay, now in all honesty, you can omit the handle and you can just create something absolutely snazzy with a terracotta teapot. If you do not have a green thumb like me, but you still like working with the terracotta pots, here's a good alternative to that. So as you see what I'm doing here, I painted that in some green paint. I think I used the I forget what color green paint I used on there. I can't remember. But any green paint will do, okay? So then next, I'm going to take these little carrots here, or faux carrots that I had in my stash, but I do believe these came from Dollar Tree. They're the ones that have the little jute twine wrapped around them. And then they have that raffia part for the carrot tops, and I didn't like that. So what you see I'm doing here is I'm pulling out that raffia part, and I'm just going to replace it with some faux greenery here to give it more of a realistic vibe, even though it's wrapped in jute twine. That's not very realistic, but work with me, people. Work with me here. I asked you in the beginning to just receive it. Open your minds. Open your minds. Relax. Woosah. Give me a few woosahs. All right. Relax your mind and receive it. Okay. All right. So what I do for one, as you can see, I do for all 3. And we're just going to make a little carrot patch. All right. So I'm just taking the handle, which is half of a macrame ring, and I painted that in burnt umber paint. I put that on the side using some Aleene's tacky glue. Then we're just going to add those carrots right into our little bunny field. Okay. I mean our carrots into the little grassy. Okay. I don't know. We're adding the bunnies in. Then I have this little natural color fence piece that I got from Hobby Lobby. I'm leaving it in its natural state. I was going to paint it in white, but in just a few seconds you'll see why I opted not to go with white, because I have this cute little white bunny here that I had used on another project last year. And I was like, we're going to bring that little bunny here because I know I have more of those little hopping bunnies. I just couldn't find them. So we're going to use this one. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm just going in with my paint pen to make the eye a little bit darker and give him a little nose. I don't know why I didn't do that last year, but for whatever reason, my brain said to do it this year. I don't know if you could really see it or tell the difference, but it's there. So I'm just going to add a little hot glue to him to make it look like he's hopping in front of the fence of the hair. Oh my goodness. I think this is just as cute as it want to be. A cute little, this wasn't even on our list. I was going to do a bunny one, which I'm still going to do a bunny one. I just couldn't narrow down to how I wanted to do the bunny. So this is where I landed. I'm like, well, let me just do a carrot patch. And that's how this one came about. So there you have it. So I felt like I still needed a few little greenery pieces, some little floral, something, to just give it a little razzle dazzle. And I decided to add a little bit of the greenery behind the fence. And now I'm just going in with some of these yellow colored daisies. And that's it for this piece. And here we are, Lovies, with the final reveal. If you are here still writing with me, thank you so much. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Once you hit that like button, swipe to the right and hit that hype button. It helps my channel out so much. We are growing. I'm so delighted that we have reached our goal of 10,000. And it's because of you guys. I truly wanted to select so many more people, but unfortunately, I just could not do it. So I hope you guys understand. I hope it will not cause you guys to stray away. I love having you guys here. Like I said, I love chatting with you guys after all of the videos. So please understand that my heart wanted to give it to each one of you, but I had to only narrow it down to 2. Okay, and so I'm gonna have more information for that, Marsha and Colette, so stick around. But I do want to know, Lovies, did you guys have a favorite of today? It was hard for me to choose a favorite because I was just so happy to be working with the pink and the gold. I was just so excited about that. But I also love the little carrot DIYs, the revamp of our floral arrangement. So I was just really happy with everything. Everything brought my heart joy, and that's the key to it all, And I just wanted to give you guys a little something for spring because I know it's really hard jumping into spring projects while we're still going into winter, and we just want to keep our eastern states lifted up in prayer, especially down there in North Carolina. They are going through the storm, literally. Okay, they are just not equipped for what is going on right now, and we just want to keep them lifted up. So right here is what I do love to show all the terracotta teacups that we've worked on. But if you guys have been with me, I lost some of that footage. So these are more of the more recent ones that we've worked on. You can definitely go check out probably my first video in November, December, and catch a glimpse of all of them. But Marsha and Colette, this is what you have to do. Send me an email by February 13th at 11:59 p.m. to claim your prize. And yeah, and I'll be looking forward to hearing from you, ladies. Okay, like I said, also guys, don't forget to hype this video. If you are so inclined, you can definitely buy me a coffee, but if you can't, just you being here is good enough for me, and I love you for that. So until the next video, be kind, be safe, hugs and kisses, XOXO, bye.